Thank you very much for coming to this talk. I'm Andrew Oliver, the co-founder, CTO of Blitz Games, and this is our art director, Aaron Walport. We're going to be here talking to you about games in stereoscopic 3D, and is this the next dimension? I have to say, I actually stated it as a statement. The next dimension is here. Somebody questioned it. So let's hope that this talk shows you that the next dimension is here, and it's very cool. So just briefly go over what's the contents of my talk. I'll give you a little bit of history of 3D in the entertainment field, and obviously where, oops, that seems to be a problem. That's okay. 3D cinema and how that's changed the perception of people. Then what people think when you say 3D entertainment to people. I'm very appreciative that there is a active 3D gaming market out there, but we're talking about 3D console games on Xbox and PlayStation 3. There are 3D TVs in the marketplace now, and I'll go over that. The technical considerations for making games in 3D, Aaron will take you through the experiences we've had actually making our game 3D. And then next is how you market 3D games. That's something that we didn't really think about when we first went into this venture, but it's very interesting. We're going to try and cut our talk a little bit short so you can play them. So at the front here we've got the PlayStation 3 running our game and the Xbox 360 playing the same version of the game at the back. So the history of cinema, 3D entertainment in the movie theatres, it's been around for ages. Since they invented photography, they were doing stereo photography, and you would look into stereograms. The first 3D movie was out in 1922, black and white movie, and they were still experimenting with colour. Some people tried filters, the red and blue filters, and came out with an anaglyph movie. Obviously in 1928 we had colour movies like Snow White and Wizard of Oz, and interestingly in 1936 they were playing with polarising light. Now it's all about how you project one image onto one screen that you're looking at and give two views to different eyes. They used polarised light and it worked very well, but the war broke out and that was kind of left behind. Then there was the golden era of 3D movies in the 1950s, and those classic B movies that came from outer space and The Creature from the Black Lagoon. The reason they're kind of famous is because they were 3D, and a lot of people forget that. But they were fun, and they were sort of like jumping out of the screen, but they were low budget, and people always saw those kind of 3D movies as a bit gimmicky. Then we came back in 1986, a fairly major turning point with IMAX 3D. They went back to polarised light as opposed to anaglyph, and they've had some really cool movies. The turning point for many people was Polar Express. Fantastic movie that everyone saw. They could sit through a whole movie and said, wow, 3D is really adding to the immersion of this. And then recently, obviously the last few years, we've seen it move from IMAX into the regular movie theatres, with starting off with Chicken Little, and it's getting pretty big now. These are some of the movies. They're all upgrading to digital projectors. An interesting point is that before, and even IMAX is kind of analog cine reels, and they like to go digital. You know, the rest of the world's going digital, and so should movie theatres. There's so many advantages. And the digital projectors can do 3D, and 3D is very cool. So, at the moment we've had Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks all committing that all their movies from now on will all be 3D. So, this is something that in the computer space they live in 3D and they've been able to do, and they can really tune it to make it look fantastically immersive. I showed our game demo here, our 3D demo, at the 3D Entertainment Summit back in December to a large group of filmmakers, and there was no debate that all the studios are going to 3D. It's just that live action blockbusters have a bit of an issue filming live on set with dual cameras, especially when you want to do the big blockbusters. The amount of effects make it very difficult, filming in rain and underwater. But that is what they're working on. James Cameron, obviously you all know him, he's working on a huge epic Avatar, which should completely seal the fact that live action is cool in 3D as well. The fact is, we've got past any of this bad focus people go into 3D movies and they say, some bits were a little bit out of focus, I felt a little bit giddy and stuff. Some of it was due to technology. On the IMAX, it's using linear polarization, horizontal and vertical. If you start tilting your head, they can go out of focus. The new uses circular polarization. But it's more a case of the digital editing suites that people can use now. They can tune these things up and actually make sure that this never happens. And it allows for digital distribution, and really all the movie theatres want to move into the 21st century proper. So what is the public perception of 3D? It's amazing. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people still think that 3D is just about gimmicks and poking things at the screen. Well, it is if you go to theme parks, and that's exactly where it should stay. The films are not like that now. They tend to be behind the screen, and they're just like a window into another world. So there was a survey done by Meant to Be Seen in 3D. We hosted this survey on our website, as did other people, to say, would people actually like to play games in full 3D? And what sort of entertainment? And we found that video games, pretty much everyone was saying, yeah, like video games live in 3D. It's natural that we should be in 3D. Would you watch movies in 3D? It's like, well, clearly people are. Clearly people are very happy watching movies, and yet that's a lesser percentage of people were happy. I think you all got the anaglyph glasses recently, so you could watch your Super Bowl. Slightly strange promotion, because it was the old technology which we're all trying to move away from, because they are strange colours. But it was a big promotion to launch the Monsters vs. Aliens, which is obviously an extremely cool movie, and should hope to change the perception of what 3D is all about. And then, of course, there is regular broadcast. Do we really want to see the news in 3D? I personally, I'd be in the minority there. I think there's still a space for 2D. But you know, games are cool and they can be 3D. Are we willing to wear glasses? Well, video games, they're quite happy to have peripherals. And I think that's an interesting point, that if it makes you feel more into the game and part of the game, then a lot of people are very happy with that. They're less happy on traditional programming. It would be wrong of me to talk about 3D gaming without acknowledging that there is PC 3D gaming out there now. It's been there for quite a while. I believe NVIDIA were in there first. They have a very good solution. It's a hardware solution, but it's very clever because it allows you to take regular games, EA, Activision, big games, and it sort of retrofits 3D onto them. And it's really good because without them, you wouldn't have these 3D monitors out in the marketplace, and people wouldn't have had their appetite whetted. But it is a kind of different technology to what we've done. They use a sort of 2D step. It works very well, and you can get it working on a lot of games, and it's very cool. But I'm here to talk about 3D console gaming. Last year, one of the speakers talking about PC 3D gaming, when he was asked the question, is it possible to do 3D gaming on consoles, he just said, no, it's absolutely, they're not powerful enough to drive 3D TVs and 3D monitors. And to me, I just wondered why that was so. It's like these machines are built for graphics, and they are very powerful. And how hard can it be? Really, it's just graphics. We carried on to find out that it's quite difficult, and I'll go through the issues that we came up with. So, 3D TVs are actually available in the marketplace now. Samsung and Mitsubishi have had a lot of success selling the large DLP TVs, and a lot of those are actually 3D capable, as the one is there. Consoles are all about plug and play, so what we want to do is deliver games where you just deliver a regular game on a disc. If you've got a 2D, old style, you know, HD TV, then they look beautiful on that. But if you have one of these special 3D TVs, you'll be able to just click a button and switch it into 3D. And that's really cool. And that's so much easier to plug and play than the PC solution, where you might need to have a driver or a different hardware card to get that working. So we believe that this can really change 3D gaming into mainstream. When you just buy it as a feature